Alright, I know it's going to be a pretty long video, and I know you probably won't save a long time, but if you do, that'd be great, but if you don't, that's fine too, but if you do want to hear more and go into more details, like and follow, that'd be great. I'm trying to build it up, but ignore this pillow. I know it's gross as hell, but when you're living the tower life, you don't get to do laundry as often as you want, and yeah, you sweat a lot here in Florida. It's very hot, and I have no fans to cool down. So, anyways, I'm gonna get into it real fast. I can't go into too much detail. I'm checking with my lawyer still on what I can and cannot say because I'm going through the court system as we speak. But yeah, anyways, so why I'm living the tower life is because I had my beautiful baby boy son KK in 2021 of September, and if I move to my friends who have offered me places, that'd be great. Could go there, have a place to live at least, and shower every day, have a bathroom would be nice, and not have to walk and go get all that. AC would be fantastic. A hot meal would be great too. It's been 2 years, but I choose not to do that because unfortunately I've missed some time with my son already. 6 months when I was in jail, and then now I think it's been 2 years since I've been out and dealing with all this stuff that's been going on. But I get to see him every Sunday, so I've seen him those years every Sunday. And one day is better than no days for sure. And on those Sundays, we make it, the best day we can. We always have a great time. And I'll post some of those videos too. But here, I'm going to get into the details of why everything happened. So I started a new job soon after Caden was born, and worked for this company. But everyone quit. So I came in. It was me and an assistant manager, and we had to hire. We were had to hire staff. But yeah, the other people, they just upped and left. So I said, that's fine. I like a challenge. New company, something that I'm not used to. But you know what? I've improved every company I've been to, so let's see what I can do. I was talking with their manager. I'm like, hey, did we, get all the keys back from those people? Are we going to change the locks? They go, no, we don't have to worry about that. We're just going to leave the locks the same. Just be careful. I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine. Anyways, I brought the company. They're bottom 60 out of 80 or 70, something like that, stores. Brought them back up to the top 20 within 3 months. So everything was looking great. The owner was really happy. I had other stores and managers like, hey, we've never seen numbers like that from that store. We didn't think it was possible. You're doing great, man. Keep it up. What do you do? So I was coaching people. I was helping everyone out. I had area managers and district managers calling me, asking me, what can I do for my team to build them, which was great, So I thought, everything's going to go good. Hey, I'm going to move up in the company. There was already talks of me moving up in the company, helping with sales, going to different stores, new stores, training. So that would have been great. But December hit, and this is where it all fell apart. So I asked a manager to take in deposits, for which we regularly did. Normally I did them. He did them sometimes when he was there. And then this year I didn't have a car at the moment, so he said, I'll take them. And I'm like, oh, that's fine. Great. I never got a notification from, the person that handles the deposits. I'm sure the accounting for the company, they normally hit us up for like a day or two late because sometimes we would miss it because we were so busy we couldn't go. Well, didn't hear anything from them. So didn't hear anything from 2 weeks. All of a sudden I hear, hey, deposits are missing. I go, I have no idea where those went. I sent them with someone else. And Mary mentioned, like, okay, well, we're going to have to do an internal investigation. I'm like, that's fine. So we do that. I'm like, let's check the cameras. You'll figure it out right away. Well, apparently the cameras are off. Or there's no footage, which is weird because we just got them fixed. And yeah, anyways, so those are missing. The internal investigation started. Well, right after Christmas, someone robs the store. It's on video. You can't identify the person, but the build, they said, is like similar to mine. And it couldn't have been my like assistant manager. He was a bigger guy, but nonetheless, they didn't really have anything. No probable cause. So the area manager decided to tell a lie and say I was the only one with the key. Well, she knows that a month prior, I said, hey, we got all these new employees. We need keys for them to get in. They're key holders. We need keys for them. She said, go make them. Fine, done. So we made them. She knew about it. My assistant manager made them, and everything was great. Everyone had keys, plus the other people that were at the store before, 4 or 5 others. They also had keys, just to let everyone know. Well, this person robs the store. She tells the police that I'm the only one with the key. The detective doesn't even ask me questions. I say, I got a warrant for your arrest, turn yourself in. I'm like, well, I didn't do it, and he didn't give me any of the details. If he told me the key thing, I'd be like, hey, yo, you need to investigate this. You need to do this. You need to, my assistant manager knows, hey, we have, I made the keys, and everyone had keys, and 4 other people before us had keys. That's what our area manager told us. Well, he decided not to do it. Anyways, fast forward, I get 6 months in jail. This really sucks because my mom just got diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, pancreatic cancer. So I told even the company that when they called me to try to make me confess to it, saying they wouldn't press charges, which I just laughed and said I'm not confessing anything because I didn't do it. But anyways, I'm in there 6 months. Unfortunately, my mom passes away, which truly sucked. I didn't really get to say goodbye to her how I would want to, and plus she had a bad last look at me, like saying, oh, I mean, he's going to jail, he robbed place, because the detective made it seem to my mom and to everyone that I was automatically going to jail and I was going to be convicted. Well, I told them I'm not taking any plea deals, I'm not doing anything. They got me on a felony $5,000 charge for theft. So I said I'm not taking any plea deals. I'm going all the way to trial. Well, the court date before trial, the charges get dropped to a misdemeanor from a felony. And I said, nope, still not taking plea deals. We're going to trial. I still didn't do it. That's final. And so we're going to go to trial. Day of trial, 6 months later. And the state attorney says, we're dropping all charges. We don't have enough evidence to prosecute. Awesome. All the charges are done. I win my case. Now comes the crazy part. So my mom passed away when I was in jail. So I thought with my other 2 brothers, I'd come out, we'd split up the house sale, the property, the cars, everything, and then I'd be able to get my son back in my life. And he's lucky enough to be living with his grandparents because they took him in. But I'd get him back. I'd get my life back on track. Well, turns out my brothers, while I was in, decided to convince my mother, because my one brother talked to someone he knew in the county and said, it doesn't look good for me. He told my mom I was probably doing some time. Well, my one brother sold his house during COVID to make a quick profit, but needed to buy it back. My other brother couldn't get a house and couldn't get approved for a loan, even with his military background and the help from them. So they convinced my mom, so they wouldn't be homeless, that he would sell the house, they would sell the house, or buy the house, give the house to them, get a mortgage. One brother would pay the other brother, he would buy his house back, and then he would get the house, and then boop, they both have a house, and that's it. Well, I find that out when I get out, and my one brother, I'm like, hey, where's the will? I want to see it. And he said, there is no will, or I can't find it. And then eventually it turns out he doesn't have a will. There is no will, so I get it's supposed to be all the property split 3 ways. So now we're going to litigation. So I filed a lawsuit against the company right away. It's been 2 years, so we're still going through that, but everything's looking great on that end. They just lost a dismissal. The judge granted me the rights to continue the case, so that's great. And then I'm going after my brothers now too, for my share of everything, to get back in there, to get my life back on track, I guess you would say. But yeah, that's right now, that's where it sits. So we're just going through all that. But yeah, the only reason why I chose to do the Tower Live is to be closer to my son, KK. But I will post more with him and updates on everything that's going on.